Imagine this. Your body is like a sacred temple. From the moment you were born, this temple already carried within it the power to heal itself. Yet throughout our lives, we often forget this truth. We run after pills, search for cures outside, but rarely do we pause to listen to what our body has been whispering all along. I want to sit here with you today, as an old friend, to remind you there are ancient principles from Buddhist wisdom that can awaken this natural power. When we practice them little by little, the body knows how to restore itself, to mend, and to bring us back to peace. Have you ever had nights when worries kept circling in your mind like an old record you couldn't turn off? One of my students, Ellen, 68, once confessed to me, "Teacher, I'm not young anymore. I'm tired of worrying about my health, my children, tomorrow. I can't sleep at night." Perhaps you've known nights like that too. And in those moments, I want you to remember, your body is not against you. It's trying to speak. It wants to heal. Let me tell you about the breath, the very first medicine, free and always available. When your breath is shallow and rushed, your nervous system instantly interprets danger. The heart beats faster, circulation tightens, muscles tense. But when you inhale slowly and exhale deeply, your nervous system shifts into safety. Modern neuroscience confirms this. Slow, deep breathing activates the vagus nerve, reducing inflammation, lowering blood pressure, calming the mind. Buddhist masters have known this for thousands of years. Where the breath flows, energy follows. Where energy flows, healing begins. Picture tomorrow morning, you sit quietly before touching your phone, close your eyes, and simply take 10 mindful breaths. You'll feel lighter, clearer, calmer. Another principle I share often is learning to let go. The older we get, the more burdens of memory we carry. Some cling to bitter words spoken decades ago, some to regrets of youth. But the body remembers. Stiff backs, tight chests, chronic fatigue often come not only from age, but from years of unspoken grief. Buddhism teaches, what the mind refuses to release, the body will hold instead. Forgiveness and letting go don't erase the past, but they free the present. And when the heart is free, the body begins to heal. And then something so simple yet often forgotten, the smile. Do you remember the last time you truly smiled from the heart? The Buddha once said that a single genuine smile can bring healing to yourself and others. When you smile, your body releases endorphins, the happy hormones, soothing your nervous system, improving circulation. Some of my students practice morning smiling meditation. They look into the mirror, smile softly, and whisper, "I am here, I am breathing, and I am grateful." That one act transforms their whole day. There is also the sacred rhythm of sleep. In ancient times, people rose with the sun and rested with the night. During sleep, the liver regenerates, kidneys filter, the brain clears waste, the heart recovers. When you rob yourself of sleep, you rob yourself of the body's natural pharmacy. That's why I always say, guard your sleep like a treasure chest. One night of peaceful rest can bring more healing than weeks of forced treatment. And then nature, the greatest teacher. I always encourage my students to walk barefoot on the morning grass, breathe in the crisp air, or sit beneath an old tree. Science now calls this earthing, balancing the body's electrical charge, lowering stress, improving circulation. But Buddhists have known all along, returning to nature is returning to the source. Finally, compassion. No medicine is stronger than an open heart. Hatred and resentment are fires that burn the body from within. But forgiveness, kindness, and love flow like cool water through your cells. I have seen people with chronic illness recover when they truly forgave. Science calls it the psycho-immunological effect. I simply call it the miracle of compassion. So you see, healing isn't far away. It's here, in your breath, your smile, your sleep, your steps, your letting go, your compassion. You don't need to change everything overnight. Just choose one small practice. 10 mindful breaths tomorrow morning, or 3 gratitudes before bed. Slowly you'll see your body softens, your mind calms, your heart opens. Will you try? Write in the comments, "I choose natural healing." Those words are not just a phrase, they are the first stone laid on your path back home to peace. Do you remember the last time you walked slowly, truly slowly? Not rushing in a store, not hurrying across the street, but walking with awareness. In Buddhist monasteries, monks practice walking meditation, moving as though each step kisses the earth. I recall Michael, 72, who struggled with arthritis. He told me, "I've walked my whole life, but only when I slowed down did my feet begin to heal me." Science agrees. Mindful walking lowers blood pressure, eases anxiety, and restores balance. Just a few minutes a day can transform your body into a healing temple. And then there's food. Not just fuel for the stomach, but nourishment for the soul. In Buddhism, eating is a sacred ritual. A single apple carries not just sweetness, but sunlight, rain, soil, and the hands that grew it. In one retreat, we shared a simple meal of brown rice and sesame salt. An elderly woman began to cry. "I've eaten rice all my life," she said, "but this is the first time I truly tasted it. Eating slowly, chewing mindfully, giving thanks. This is mindful eating. Science shows it reduces inflammation, calms digestion, restores energy. Ask yourself, does this meal nourish my life or feed my worry?" And then there is silence. Today we are flooded with noise, phones buzzing, TVs blaring, endless chatter. But the body cannot heal in noise. One evening, I asked a group to sit in silence for just 15 minutes. No phone, no words, no distraction. Afterward, a man in his 60s whispered, "It feels like my heart rested for the first time in years." Silence is invisible medicine. Try it tonight. Turn off the lights, turn off the TV, sit quietly for 10 minutes before bed. See how your body thanks you. We must also speak of suppressed emotions. How many times have you swallowed your anger to keep the peace? How many times have you held back tears to look strong? But emotions never disappear. They turn into tension, insomnia, stomach pain. Buddhism says, what the mind does not speak, the body will shout. Healing comes when we face emotions, name them, and breathe with them. Anger comes. I see anger. Sadness comes. I see sadness. Then breathe deeply and let them drift like clouds. Some of my students write their feelings on paper, then burn the page. Many say they feel their body lighten instantly. Finally, let's speak of gratitude. A master once said, "A grateful mind is like a blooming garden where illness cannot take root." Each morning whisper, "I am grateful for my breath, my body, this day." Each night, write 3 things you're thankful for. Science confirms gratitude lowers stress hormones, improves sleep, strengthens immunity. One of my students, 75, said, "I lost my husband and many friends, but gratitude journaling showed me I still have blessings. My grandchildren, my garden, this breath. Will you try tonight?" Just 3 lines. I am grateful for, and tomorrow your heart will be lighter. Healing is not a mystery. It begins with small acts: mindful walking, mindful eating, silence, emotional release, gratitude. These small acts weave together into a great miracle. Your body is not your enemy. It waits for your attention, your kindness. Share in the comments your own small healing habit. It may inspire someone else. As we grow older, we realize something simple yet profound. The body does not thrive in extremes. The Buddha called it the middle way, avoiding both indulgence and deprivation. Eat too much and the stomach groans. Eat too little and strength fades. Work excessively and illness comes. Rest excessively and life slips into stagnation. I often tell my students, the body is like a musical instrument. Stretch the strings too tight and they snap. Too loose and no sound comes. Only balance makes harmony. Ask yourself, today, where have I gone too far? Where have I neglected myself? Recognizing is the first step toward healing. One student once admitted, "Teacher, I don't smile like I used to." His face looked weary, heavy with years of worry. I invited him to try just one small smile. At first it was awkward, then slowly his lips softened, his eyes lit up. In seconds, his whole energy shifted. The smile is medicine. The Buddha taught that a single genuine smile can heal both you and others. Science confirms it. Smiling releases endorphins, calming nerves, lowering blood pressure. Perhaps it is time for you too to smile at yourself in the mirror and whisper, I am here. I am breathing. I am grateful. Another principle, letting go. So many carry resentment for decades. One woman in her 60s told me, "I've lived half my life in bitterness, resenting my husband, my children, even myself. That resentment became chest pain, sleepless nights, constant fatigue. Her turning point came when she practiced breathing with her feelings, naming them and letting them pass. Letting go doesn't erase memory, it frees the present. And when the heart is unchained, the body heals." We must also speak of community. Aging often brings loneliness, and loneliness is a silent illness. But when people sit together, sharing meals, meditating, laughing, healing energy multiplies. Buddhism calls it the Sangha, the community of practice. You don't need many, just a few kindred spirits walking with you. Again and again, I've seen students sleep better, worry less, and feel more alive when they belong to a circle of practice. Ask yourself, how long has it been since you sat and spoke deeply with an old friend? Then there is sound. In monasteries, bells ring, chants rise, mantras echo with each breath. Sound carries frequency. The body vibrates too. When the two align, they harmonize. Some students practice breathing with the mantra, Om Mani Padme Hum. Within minutes, many shed tears, not because the mantra is magic, but because breath and sound together reach the deepest chamber of the soul. You can try your own version tonight. Inhale and whisper, peace. Exhale and whisper, heal. Finally, let us remember generosity. Giving never depletes, it lightens the heart. A bowl of soup, a kind word, a smile to a stranger. These become medicine for the giver too. Science calls it the oxytocin effect. Acts of kindness slow the heart, calm the body, and trigger healing chemistry. In Buddhism, generosity, Dāna, is among the highest virtues. Both giver and receiver are healed together. Perhaps tomorrow, if you begin with one small act of kindness, you'll notice your body lighter, your mind calmer, your heart at peace. My dear friend, by now we've walked a long journey together. From breath, sleep, smiles, letting go, community, nature, compassion, to generosity. None of these are distant philosophies. They are simple steps, woven into everyday life. I want to remind you, your body is a sacred temple. It is not against you. It is waiting for you. When you give it slow breaths, peaceful sleep, gentle smiles, and a grateful heart, it will give you back health, serenity, and light. I've met students who once believed their bodies were too old to heal. They would say, "Teacher, I'm past my prime. Healing isn't for me anymore." Yet after months of mindful breathing, mindful eating, letting go of resentment, they changed. Their bodies didn't return to 20, but at 60 or 70, they rediscovered life, calmer, lighter, more peaceful. The body has its own wisdom. It only needs you to create the conditions. It only needs you to stop fighting it, stop neglecting it. Then cells begin to regenerate. The heart softens, the mind clears. Let me ask you, if tomorrow you chose one small act, a slow breath, a gentle smile, or a word of thanks, how might your body respond? Perhaps not in one day, but slowly, moment by moment, you will notice the miracle. If you're ready, leave a comment. I choose natural healing. In writing those words, you make a promise to yourself that you deserve peace, that you deserve joy. Thank you for sitting here with me, for listening, for reflecting. If this video touched you, subscribe so we can keep walking together. In the coming videos, we'll continue exploring how Buddhist wisdom can illuminate your path to healing. Until then, I wish you a peaceful breath, an open heart, and a body alive with light.